John, thank you so much. It is Kershaw Day, and a giant of a generation will throw out the first pitch in a battle of National League heavyweights. The Dodgers hosting the Mets game 2 of this 3-game series before a big road trip for LA. Up in the booth with Oral Hershiser, I'm Stephen Nelson filling in for Joe. Kirsten Watson is downstairs. And Oral, got the Mets surging 5 in a row. Meanwhile, the Dodgers trying to find it. They've lost 7 of 10. How do they fix this?
You know what? It needs to have a spark. It needs to lead to a fire, and they have to get hot because this record right now is not where they want to be. It is not a team that wants to chase 500. It's a team that wants to win a championship.
And this isn't just any Kershaw Day. It's Kershaw Day with a chance for him to win his 200th game in the big leagues.
Yeah, 118 guys. He'd be the 118th guy to win 200. All time in the big leagues. That would be fantastic. He is one of a kind when it comes to wearing this Dodger uniform and when it comes to getting Hall of Fame votes someday. But right now, it's a special day when he takes the mound. It's a big day today.
Would be the 4th active starter to reach the 200-win mark. Let's go down and check in with Kirsten Watson because there have been some lineup and roster changes today for LA. Kirsten?
Yeah, Steven, so the lineup looks a little bit different. First things first, with no Mookie Betts. He and his wife, Brianna, are welcoming the newest member of their family. So he's on paternity leave for today. The hope is that he's going to be back in the lineup tomorrow playing in the infield. So that means tonight, James Outman, the rookie, he is batting leadoff. When talking to Dave Roberts about that decision, he said a couple things. One, he likes the matchup against McGill, and 2, he wants to see him get about 4 or 5 at-bats because he believes that gives this team the best chance to win tonight, guys.
Thank you, Kirsten. Big opportunity for James Outman. We send our best to Mookie and Bree as they expect some exciting news. We hope for an exciting game here at Dodger Stadium. The first pitch will be thrown when we come back.
73rd anniversary of Vin Scully calling his first Dodger game. The entire family here tonight. 18 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren wearing the jerseys on Vin Scully jersey giveaway night as well. Really cool moment. Just a few moments ago, throwing out the first pitch to Freddie Freeman. There's still roughly 90% of the season left, so no reason to panic, Dodger fans. We have seen slow starts before. The Dodgers have been around or under 500 4 times after 17 games since 2013. They've won the division every time. 2019, they were just 9-8 after 17 games. They set a then franchise record 106 wins. 2018 was the last time they were under 500 after 17. They still won 92 and the division in a game 163. 2017, 8-9. That became a 104-win season, Nomar, and in 2013, they were 7-10, won 92 games. So the message is, it's early.
It's all over, John. It's all over. No, absolutely. It is early. There is a lot of baseball to be played. They understand that. Listen, they want to be playing better. They know that. You feel that every single day. You want to go out there and you want to win ball games. Right now, they just haven't been as consistent in all facets of it. Maybe it's the pitching is doing good one day, then the hitting's not there. Maybe the hitting's there, and then the pitching's not there. Then maybe the defense suffers. Right now, they are just trying to look that they can get consistency all around because when they do, they know they can go on a big run.
Yeah, that's great. You know, it's Vince Scully night tonight. His whole family is here. Clayton Kershaw trying to get 200 tonight is a must-win.
Oh.
Must-win, John. I'm saying it right now. Must-win tonight.
I thought you were going to call your shot and say they're going to win.
Must-win.
Dodgers with Clayton Kershaw on the mound looking for 200. Coming up next.
23.
Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. And by Jack in the Box. Good deal, better tacos. 2 tacos for 99 cents online and on the Jack app. Clayton Kershaw, 35 years young. So much accomplished already in his Major League career, his Hall of Fame career. And tonight he has a chance to earn his 200th Major League win. And he's pitching against a team that he's had not just a little success against, a ton of it, Oral.
It doesn't matter home or away. The slider's effective. The curveball's effective. The fastball into righties has been effective. And now at this age and with this portion of his resume, he's throwing more arm side fastballs. Tonight with Clayton, he's coming off a victory. He had a great bounce-back start against San Francisco, a little rough one against Arizona before that. There are some landmarks you look for with Clayton. How are the Mets going to attack him on first pitch? What's going to happen if he throws a first pitch strike compared to a first pitch ball? Well, 1-0 compared to 0-1, it's about 350 points different.
Wow.
And then the other thing this year is leadoff hitters have gotten to him to a clip of 412. But don't worry about that. Once somebody gets on, he's got him down to about 231.
16 career regular season starts against the Mets. He has never been beaten. He's won 10 times. Here is the lineup for Buck Showalter and the New York Mets. Brandon Nimmo leading off but as the designated hitter tonight in front of Starling Marte in right field. Star shortstop Francisco Lindor batting third in front of Polar Pete Alonso, the first baseman. Mark Canha in left field. The Squirrel, Jeff McNeil at second base. Tommy Pham in center. Eduardo Escobar will draw into the lineup at third base, and Tomas Nido behind the plate. With the temperatures a tick below 60 degrees, Clayton Kershaw prepares for the first pitch to Brandon Nimmo. And it is taken for a strike. After last night's 3-hit performance for Nimmo, his hitting streak is at 5 games.
It was kind of an offensive barrage last night, not only by the Mets, but the Dodgers offense got going. It just ended up not being enough in the 8-6 loss.
One grounded foul. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now.
It's a very thick lineup to get through, right from the top all the way to the bottom.
The lineup put out a season high 14 hits against the Dodger pitching staff. That's taken to right field. Going back is Hayward. He cannot make the catch. So Nimmo, with his speed, is going to race into third base.
That is a rarity from Jason Hayward. He is an outstanding fielder. The route's a little awkward because he's trying to figure it out, but right there just gets the feet crossed up a little bit. That starts to move his eyes. Things start to jiggle, and it jiggles right out of the glove. And as hard as it was hit, it was still ruled an error. A tough play, but one a big leaguer should make.
So now Nimmo on third. Starling Marte waves at the first pitch to fall behind 0-1. Things have kind of been going that way for the Dodgers. It's not one thing, it's another. As they've dropped 7 of 10 to fall a game below 500. Marte shoots 1 foul. It's 0-2.
Well, you don't get on a roll like that, and that's not a roll. It's a spiral down unless a department of night is kind of not following through. And so whether it's maybe the starter having a rough night, which has been rare, the offense having a soft night, which has been a little bit more often, or the bullpen, which has really struggled, of the components that you need to win games and to get on a hot streak, the bullpen needs to get going.
The bullpen with a 4.97 ERA ranks 13th in the National League. So the hope is Clayton Kershaw can give a classic Kershaw performance today. Early trouble after the E9. He's still going to have to battle with Marte, who fouled away the 0-2.
Got to get the swing and miss going early here. It's one thing to take the mound. It's another thing to get your release point early. That 3-base error really sets you on your heels, but Clayton has always been really good in jams.
Marte just staying alive. He's 4 for 19 in his career against Kershaw. Clayton's punched his ticket 7 times. 1 walk and a hit by pitch mixed in there as well.
Got an emergency hack out of him right there on an arm side fastball. Usually might back that up with a slider right here in the dirt. Or Uncle Charlie.
A strikeout for Kershaw. 1 down in the first.
That's an early hammer right there. That is a dandy at 73 miles an hour. Gets his hand to the front of the ball, gets that downward spin.
Fans of Dodgers pitchers strike out 10 hitters. Everyone's getting a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow at Jack in the Box with the purchase of a large drink at LA area restaurants. Francisco Lindor fouls away the first pitch.
You see 92 from Clayton. That's not only just because it's the first inning, but his velocity is up a tick so far this year. 3 starts in, it's gone up almost a mile an hour. That's always a good sign for when you've pitched a long time.
0-1, make it 0-2.
Arm speed can relate to your fastball, but it can also relate to how much spin you can put on the curveball, and he's got a lot on it tonight.
Beat the Giants in his last start. Wake himself up in that one. Get back to competing. Going to get after it. Lindor. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That missed down and in.
Yeah, he had to give himself a little pep talk after a couple innings in San Francisco, and you don't always find a starting pitcher that comes clean and tells you about his motivational speeches to himself, but Clayton did.
Strike 3, swinging. Back-to-back Ks for Kershaw.
Well, it breaks sharp even when it's up. It's not where he wants it, but it's got enough break in action. You see Clayton's head drop after that pitch, gets the results he wants, and he's got a chance to get out of this now.
That ball went to Lindor, snapped a streak of 9 straight strikes. Kershaw got back on that train to show you Pete Alonso what he did last night. 3 for 5. Drove in 1 and scored 1.
For a guy that has a reputation as a slugger, and is probably the most underrated power hitter in New York because of Aaron Judge and Giancarlo Stanton. But this guy is a hitter. I mean, the pitches that he got his singles on yesterday, wow. Breaking balls away. He stays down and in there. He's got that elbow pad on now. He's not afraid of anything.
6-game hitting streak coming into this Tuesday night. Clayton gets a call just off the plate, 0-2. Buck Showalter very quick to correct people who label Pete Alonso a power hitter. He is a complete hitter. He's turning himself into that as the years go along. Spoils an 0-2. The fans wanted strike 3.
Clayton with an education with Austin Barnes back there. Saw Pete get some off-speed pitches away from him last night, stay on him, hit some line drives. So what do? They don't default to the slider or the curveball. They go arm side fastball, which is really kind of bottom of the barrel for pitch selection for Clayton. But a great setup pitch for him for right here.
0-2. Alonso, a little dribbler down the line, foul.
That ball will make your heart stop. The moment that ball's hit, Clayton is like, get foul, get foul, get foul.
And Max Muncy, in honor of the Stanley Cup playoffs, will
kick save and Butte.
Yeah, to make it official. Nice comeback win for the Kings, by the way.
You look above that 18 pitch mark and you see 0-2. Well, all 3 hitters 0-2 counts since the error in right.
Kershaw will do another 0-2 to Alonso. Nimmo standing on third base. Another foul ball. Alonso's hit well here at Dodger Stadium. A .382 clip across 13 games, 7 home runs, 17 driven in.
A free swinging slugger would be out by now. But Alonso has turned it into a battle.
Kershaw's 0-2. Strike 3 swinging. He picks up Hayward to the tune of 3 consecutive Ks. 20 pitches, 18 strikes in a scoreless first. No Mookie Betts in the leadoff spot. It's James Outman, the center fielder, will bat in front of Freddie Freeman and J.D. Martinez. Max Muncy, the third baseman, before Jason Hayward And Miguel Vargas in the bottom of the order. David Peralta in left, Miguel Rojas in short, and Austin Barnes, the catcher. Mookie Betts and Bree. We send, of course, our best to Mookie, Bree, and the Betts family, as Mookie was placed on the paternity list today. The challenge for the Dodgers, Oral, is Tylor Megill.
Tylor Megill, fastball, slider, curveball change. He's thrown the ball very well so far this year. Got off to a hot start last year. As you look at the pitch mix, a lot of four-seamers. The slider is more prevalent with right-handers. The curveball and changeup more prevalent with left-handers.
His first pitch to Outman, called a strike in just off the plate. Outman making sure with Shane Livensparger, who's calling balls and strikes tonight. That's where the zone's going to be tonight. All right, I'm ready for it. Big cut now, 0-2. Megill, a Southern California kid born in Long Beach. Played his high school ball in the Sunset League for Los Alamitos High School. Cypress College for a season, Loyola Marymount for a season, then the University of Arizona for a couple. As Outman bounces the 0-2 foul. 2018 8th round pick of the Mets out of U of A. And you mentioned he really burst onto the scene last year. A surprise, a shocking selection for the opening day start for the Mets, but because Max Scherzer and Jacob deGrom at the time were both injured, they called upon the guy who had a red hot spring. 0-2 to Outman. Into the glove, a strikeout to begin the night for Megill. We welcome Freddie. A flashback to last night. What a night it was for number 5.
Well, the base hits, but the home runs, one to right, one slicing to left, enough power to get it out even without backspin. Total professional hitter. 3 RBIs last night, had 3 RBIs coming into the game.
And keep it going, Freddie. A base hit to left field. He's one of those guys, Oral, whenever he's slumping, you're just like, you don't worry, you're not sweating at all.
Around his locker last night, Freddie prefaced an answer with, I know somebody here is going to ask me, what did I do different? What did I change? And Freddie goes, I didn't change anything. I just go through my routine. I do exactly the same thing every day. It just turned out I got good pitches to hit, and I hit them.
Kirsten downstairs has more on Freddie's night.
Well, guys, I mean, Oral hit on it. He doesn't change his routine, but he did tell us there was one thing he did add. He did shave his beard, and he wore some cologne yesterday, so that might have done the trick for him, guys.
So he's looking for a razor commercial and a cologne commercial.
We got to add one line to this. You know, as Dion said, look good, feel good, play good. Look good, smell good, feel good,
Okay.
play good.
We're ready.
To the 1-out base hit, here's J.D. Martinez. J.D. trying to get going. He awaits the 1-1 from Megill. That's down, 2 balls and a strike.
JD statistically trying to get going, but he is hitting the ball hard pretty consistently. He's just not hitting in very good luck. His actual average a lot lower, I would think, than his expected average.
It's 1 for 15 on the homestand, a handful of punch outs. Holds off as strike 2 is called to even the count. For Megill, it wasn't just a hot spring last year. He parlayed that into a really great April. I mean, strong out the gate, really buoyed the entire Mets pitching staff, and up until he got hurt in May, and that derailed his 2022. It's down, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Biceps, shoulder. Only made 2 more starts the rest of the way after he came back. Finished the year as a reliever, and you see, great April, 4-0, 1.93 ERA, and then not so good to finish the year. Two out off JD. Walk it off.
This is get off me ball. He tries to make sure it doesn't hit him. He puts the bat on it, but then the foul ball gets him. Got him a lot.
Yeah.
shin splints and then take them and hit them with a hammer. They hurt enough by themselves.
Yeah. It hurts just seeing that.
Oh, yeah.
Gill will check on Freddie on first. The 3-2 to Martinez with one down in the bottom of the first. And JD will shoot that one into the stands. Here comes McGill's 8th pitch to Martinez.
Boy, he's spoiled some good ones. The fastball that ran all the way in, it started down the middle and had tremendous movement. He had to foul it off himself to stay alive. Then the one away, and then that one was a perfect low and away fastball that he fought off.
He said when we came back for this inning, fastball slider, Tylor Megill. That's what he's fed JD. Number 9. We're not going anywhere.
Now, through the years, you wouldn't want to pitch JD there. But as he's gotten older, that is the least amount of damage in the strike zone. So middle in, he's still got tremendous power, but there's more singles and doubles out there away, and that's what they're kind of pitching towards.
Next pitch will be the 10th to Martinez. Continuing to fight against McGill. JD to center field. Hit well. JD Martinez. A 2-run homer, and the Dodgers have a 2-0 lead in the first.
He spoiled 3 fastballs. Then they sped up his bat with a slider and they left it in the middle of the plate. From the middle in, that's where the power is, and that's what he did with it. To this point in the season, Tylor Megill had only given up 4 runs, and they were all 4 runs on 2-run homers. Now he's given up 6 home runs, and all of them on 2-run homers.
JD's second of the year, first since April 1st. Third game of 2023. So just last week we saw Freddie's 15-pitch battle and what that did for the team. JD on the 10th pitch. See what that does for him. We know what it did for the team. Put him up 2-0. Two balls and a strike on red hot Max Muncy. Get 3-1. The last 7 games, Orel, he has been a really tough out.
That's a lot of plate coverage right there, and those places where there's 0-0-0, I'm not sure he had an opportunity to swing at those pitches, but when he's put those other ones in a play, yeah. Throw them up, down, or in the middle, you're in trouble.
McGill's 3-1. Gets the plate, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Perfectly placed right there.
Max 9 for 24. Last 7 games, 6 home runs. A couple of walks as well. He takes ball 4.
Right field, number 23, Jason Heyward.
This has been something interesting that I've continued to watch, and I don't know the exact stats, but when any pitcher gets above 20 pitches in an inning and then they're still dealing with the pitch clock, which is get the ball and pretty much catch your wind barely and then throw another pitch. there's a chance for innings to continue to spiral down on you because this is a cardiovascular workout now.
Jason Heyward, who had the error in right field in the top of the first inning, gave Brandon Nimmo third base. Clayton Kershaw had his back though. Struck out the next 3. Now he's up. The chance to add to Kershaw's first inning lead. Jason Heyward with a fly ball to right. And Marte will settle underneath it. And or not just the cardiovascular, but for pitchers out there, also between the ears, how things can speed up on you.
Yeah, mentally and physically, the pitch clock has been an adjustment for quite a few guys because there's so much time that is not there anymore to gather yourself mentally, to think about strategy, to settle yourself down or get settled down. And then physically, just being able to do the reps within the time constraints is definitely some new training.
Strike 1 from McGill to Miguel Vargas.
And not every pitch is created equal. I mean, some are more stressful than others. And when you've been out there for 24 pitches, you're at a different place. Even when there wasn't a pitch clock, this was a lot of pitches.
Vargas let it rip. Missed on strike 2.
Well, you get more like that, those breaking balls that you go after because you feel a little weaker, a little winded, and so you go a little extra and then you hang it.
Foul back and equipment went flying back. There's a shoulder pad for Tomas Nido.
Took the Velcro right out of my shoulder.
Part of the tools of ignorance, right? Nido okay. 0-2 on Vargas. Max Muncy on first. Strike 3 called just off the plate. Ends the first inning, but JD Martinez with his second home run in a Dodger uniform. It's at 2-0 LA after 1.
A 3-base error, but then Clayton Kershaw went to work to rescue Jason Heyward and really set the tone in this game. A whole bunch of strikes, 5 chases of those 18 strikes he got. Only 2 balls, 4 for 4 in first pitch strikes. Have a first inning, Clayton.
They get 5 for 5. Strike 1 to Mark Canha leading off the top of the second inning with the Dodgers up 2-0 thanks to JD Martinez. His 2-run homer that scored Freddie Freeman. And Canha with a hot shot to short. Rojas had to back up. Fading away, gets it to Freddie for out number 1.
That's why I wondered what happened and why he threw the ball that way, but that ball got him in the chest and maybe knocked the wind out of him a little bit. He just wanted to get rid of it, get over to Freddie, and it's not only an outstanding play at short, but boy, a great play at first for Freddie to record the out. Oh, it gets a full piece of him right on his sternum.
McNeil fouls away strike 1 to level the count. Just like Brandon Nimmo and Pete Alonso last night, Jeff McNeil had 3 hits in the series opener. As McNeil, of course, who spoiled the potential NL batting title last year for Freddie Freeman. McNeil got his career back on track in 2022. Holds up, did he? 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Mets have been very aggressive swinging the bat. This might not be a full swing, but Clayton gets the call.
See McNeil choked up Really choked up.
It's the handleless bat, and he chokes up like that all the time. Gives him more barrel control. I mean, if you gave 100% of the hitters a bat like that and said choke up a lot, they'd all say I quit. He likes it.
Yeah, Kershaw's 2-2. McNeil shot it foul. And that barrel was controlled well last year. 326 batting average, 836 OPS.
Nosed Freddie out for the batting title.
39 doubles for McNeil. Freddie a doubles machine as well. Do another 2-2. Kershaw to McNeil on the ground. That's an easy play for Vargas. 2 down.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with your Dodgers at MLBshop.com. Steven, we got to get you some of that stuff. When we get these hot days in the summer, we get to wear a nice Dodger polo from the gift shop.
Can I convince you to wear high pants, show off your ankles?
No, I don't show off my ankles.
Got to let them flourish a little bit.
That's
let them breathe.
That's a beach thing for you.
Here's Tommy Pham. All the way a strike.
I would have to spray tan my ankles.
There's strike 2 from Kershaw. I'm just imagining you walking into tanning salon. Yes, can I get?
No. I would just get it at like Walgreens or CVS and get the stuff you just spray down there. I'd look nice and orange.
Pham did not go. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to the left side. And Rojas will retire Pham. A 1-2-3 second for Kershaw. Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Carl's Jr., where all your charbroiled burger wishes come true. It's a verbal landmine that I'm going to step on at some point. Charbroiled burger wishes. Charbroiled burger wishes.
You did fine.
Slow it down. Strike 1 to David Peralta, leading off the bottom of the 2nd inning. The Dodgers up 2-0. JD Martinez launched a 2-run blast in the 1st. And Peralta with a fly ball to left, where Canha is waiting. And Tylor Megill. Something that he learned along his 2022 ball, going through a great start, make a name for yourself, then you really fight injuries, and then you are not the same pitcher when you come back. He learned how to take the foot off the gas a little bit. That was his focus going into 2023. He starts off Miguel Rojas with the ball. Last year, if you watch Megill, his velo was averaging above 96. He would consistently hit 98, 99. Well, he's throttled back on that, really across the board with all of his offerings. Ground ball left side, picked up by Escobar. Tough play. Oh, did he get the tag on? Pete Alonso, what a play. Now, Rojas he wanted to take a look at it.
Miguel saying he came off the bag. The umpire is saying he tagged him on the chest.
Yeah.
He got him on the leg. Yep, it's a good call. Miguel's like enough contact for one day. Ground ball off the chest. Now the tag on the leg.
Good play by the first baseman. This pitch to Austin Barnes is grounded to Lindor at short, and quickly Megill retires the Dodgers 1-2-3, a 5-pitch second for the Mets righty. Still 2-0 LA.
Come to Dodger Stadium on April 28th for the Dodgers. For Friday Night Lights at the Stadium show presented by CPK. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/Fridays. Stephen, one thing.
Yes.
Don't try and do these by memory. Sometimes I try and do memory and I kind of flub them.
Yeah. You're feeling yourself a little too much. I got this promo in the bag.
Exactly.
Yeah. Top of the third, it's 8-9-1 due up in the Met order against Clayton Kershaw and the Dodgers, who lead 2-0. Eduardo Escobar trying to turn his young 2023 around. It's really struggled out of the gate. And that's high in the air, shallow right field. Hayward coming in, Vargas going back. Who's got it? Jason Hayward does.
Clayton continues to fill the strike zone, about 85% strikes, and that makes the Mets extra aggressive. When he's thrown his breaking ball, which is something hitters don't normally look for. Coming in this inning, they've swung at 15 out of 20. It's attacking.
Nito on Kershaw's first pitch, slices 1-2 right field. Hayward calmly collects out number 2 in the top of the third.
There's some strikes for you right there.
Yeah.
So Clayton comes into the game, you know, only 3 games under his belt, going up against the Mets that are free swinging, aggressive club. One of the lower averages, but a lot of power.
National League worst team batting average for the Mets at 227 now after last night's 14 hit parade. They're trying to make up for it elsewhere. The offense they lead the majors, 88 walks. It's 8 clear the Dodgers coming into tonight. 20 stolen bases. As Nimmo fouls strike 1. The Mets were just leapfrogged in the stolen base department by the Cubs after Chicago's marathon series here at Dodger Stadium. Kershaw's 1-1 to Nimmo. That's strike 2. 92 at the knees.
It's a really good sign for him to be sitting at 92. We haven't seen anything below 90 unless it was a breaking ball. 91. And not that velocity is the key to his performance, but it's just good to see the health. That means the back's feeling good, the hips feeling good, the shoulder, the arm, the strength. It's all working together.
Another 1-2. Nimmo shot to left field. Pushes Peralta back. Peralta runs it down. A highlight to cap an 8-pitch inning for Clayton Kershaw, who keeps the Dodgers lead at 2.
On April 18th, 1950, Hall of Fame broadcaster Vin Scully began his career as the announcer of the Brooklyn Dodgers, and today, 73 years later, it is Vin Scully jersey night, and his family, 18 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, they all passed down that ball to throw out the first pitch, and that was something that Vin did for his first ever bobblehead night in 2012, guys.
Perfect, Kirsten. Perfect. Beautiful tribute. The late legend, as Outman's bat breaks. 1 ball, 1 strike, but 73 years ago, when Scully began his career. And you say Hall of Fame career, and it's crazy. The Hall of Fame is a pinnacle of an honor, but even that, at times, feels like you're selling Vin short. Someone who transcended the game of baseball. Now, or I got to ask you, when you think of Vin Scully, what is the first memory that comes to mind? Not the story that you share when you're out at parties. What's the first memory?
I would say meeting him in Dodgertown in the dining room as you walked in as a minor leaguer. Tommy Lasorda had kind of a table of honor, but Tommy's table was positioned right where you have to walk into the buffet line. And Tommy's table was filled with VIPs. Roy Campanella, Don Drysdale, Vin Scully, you know, all the Dodger royalty. And Vin was there at the table because it had gotten to the point where they were starting to broadcast the games and Vin was in town. So yeah, on a nightly basis, you'd be dragged out of the line. I say dragged in a very humble way to be slightly embarrassed by Tommy, and he would introduce you to the whole table, and he would actually sometimes question you about different guys.
Outman down swinging.
So yeah, that is where I met Mr. Scully. And I thought your question would be like, almost like, give me one-word answer on Vin Scully, and I don't have a one-word answer, but my answer would be for something like that, Dodger royalty.
You just, the way you describe that table, you think the Knights of the Round Table, you know?
Well, it's about, it's about table for 8.
Freddie on the first pitch to him here in the 3rd inning. High fly ball to right. Who steps in front of the track is Starling Marte. 2 down now for J.D. Martinez, who homered his first time up on the 10th pitch from Tylor Megill.
The battles are good. The fastballs there at the end that he fought off are the reason he got to that 3-2 slider in the middle of the plate that he powdered over the center field wall.
Second home run, 11th extra base hit. It's tied for 2nd in the National League. Jorge Soler has a dozen. The 0-1 coming to JD. Make it 1-1. That was after fouling the ball off his front knee, too.
Yep.
JD gets into this one. JD Martinez, did you? The second home run for JD Martinez. 3-0 LA.
Their fastball away. They were living away throughout the count in the last at bat. The slider that he hit, well, everybody was making outs on that slider. The league was 1 for 20 on that pitch. Well, he hit a home run on it, and now he decides to pick on the fastball.
19th career multi-homer game.
Freddie with a multi-homer game last night, his first as a Dodger. Of course, this is JD's first as a Dodger. Back to the cage, back to work.
You got to look at the video. Ball 2 to Max Muncy. So that's now 32 Dodger home runs this season. Most in the National League, 2nd most in baseball. Only the Tampa Bay Rays have blasted more. Max's last night, I don't know if it's landed yet, but it did leave the yard.
He hit it into the darkness.
Max wasn't sure for a moment. Ball 4. Second walk for Muncy tonight.
Number 23. Jason Hayward.
Hayward flew out to right field in the 1st inning. After Muncy walk, see if he can follow this Muncy walk with something a little different, and that's a violation on Tylor Megill.
Spring training, they were around 1.5, almost 2. Then it got down to about 1 a game. It's under 1 a game as far as violations now in the big leagues.
Hayward with the ground ball through in the center field. A 2-out base hit, bobbled in center by Pham. Taking off for third is Muncy, so the Dodgers are at the corner. Now this ball trickles away. Max not going to risk it, but Hayward does advance to second.
Between Max Muncy and Jason Hayward, there is no assume. This is pure hustle and staying on it. Max Muncy's head on swivel. Sees the ball get away in center field, scoots up. Jason Hayward rounding first, still paying attention. He sees the ball get away, and there he goes. Outstanding base running, paying attention to everything, no assumption.
Yeah. Only thing that play was missing was some Benny Hill underneath it. So a single, E8, and another error.
Now batting for the Dodgers. Number 17, Miguel Vargas.
Miguel Vargas can make the Mets pay. Second and third, 2 down in the third. Ball one outside. The Mets, mind you, are the only club in Major League Baseball that has yet to allow an unearned run. So, Miguel, if you feel so inclined, you can change that. The 1-0, fly ball left field. At the track, Canha makes the catch. The JD, his was not brought back. Second home run for Martinez and a 3-0 lead for the Dodgers. JD Martinez, 2 home runs, one rocket to center, and another that just got over the wall in right. He's driven in all 3 Dodger runs. The only runs of the game for either team as we begin the 4th inning. Clayton Kershaw with another first pitch strike.
Well, you think about deep counts, you think about 3-ball counts. Forget 3-ball counts. Clayton's only had 1 2-ball count.
0-2 on Starling Marte.
He's put a 2 in the second column an awful lot, but not the first column.
Can put a 2 at the beginning of his win total. If things continue on this track tonight, Marte did not go 1 ball 2 strikes. Marte was the first of 3 consecutive strikeout victims for Kershaw in the top of the 1st inning. Same fate here in the 4th.
There is no such thing as a broadcaster jinx.
Don't tell me that.
It only relates to play-by-play guys.
Kershaw threw 20 pitches in the 1st and then just 21 total in the next 2. Good start here in the 4th. Keeps it rolling with the strike 1 to Lindor.
He's pitching like a video game right now.
Now, Clayton always has that look before he takes the mound before a start, but something, and maybe Kirsten can speak to this a little bit better, but something a little especially different. A little tapper left side and foul. Kershaw could not wait to run out and take the ball for this one, trying to stop this slide for LA. Dodgers having lost 7 of 10 coming into tonight. Always putting his personal achievements and milestone watch to the side for the entirety of the Dodgers organization. What's best for the team. The team needs a win today. It just happens to be when you start with a little bit more pageantry for number 22.
This is a team that was built to win championships. And so you don't want to be chasing 500. You drop below 500 and go, okay, a little bit of a slow start, but get right back where you want to be.
Rojas stops it. His throw will not get Lindor, but a great effort at short. So the first hit for the Mets comes with 1 out in the top of the 4th inning.
Miguel with the shift rules where the infielders can't start on the outfield grass. He's playing a good 5-6 feet shallower than he's used to. So he would have normally been back on the outfield grass and been able to maybe angle that ball a little bit differently and not have to dive and almost retreat for it.
Pete Alonso on the first pitch from Kershaw. This one will be caught by Hayward. Lindor can't go anywhere. Now 2 away.
Come to Dodger Stadium on May 2nd for Star Wars night and purchase a special ticket pack to receive an exclusive Star Wars beanie. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/ticketpacks.
Beautiful shot promo spot.
What a beanie.
Now the left fielder Marcana. First pitch grounder. Kershaw fields it and retires him. Making quick work of the Mets tonight is Clayton Kershaw. Dodgers presented by Cadillac. Mookie Betts hosts his inaugural charity bowling event to benefit the 50/50 Foundation. And James Outman returns to the Bay Area. It's a special trip back, so don't miss Backstage Dodgers presented by Cadillac on Thursday. Here on this Tuesday, we watch the Dodgers and Mets game 2 of a 3-game series before LA takes a trip to Chicago and then Pittsburgh. It's 3-0 LA in the bottom of the 4th. David Peralta leading off. Peralta 0 for 1. Flew out to his counterpart Marcana in left. Slice foul.
This game just feels right, you know, compared to yesterday, the 8-6 loss. That one was very competitive, back and forth, back and forth. The Dodgers showed a lot of life, but the Mets had a little bit more endurance at the end.
Yeah, Peralta in a jam there. Flies out to Tommy Pham. And now a word from Morongo.
The Marketplace by Fabio Viviani, now open.
Yeah, Oral, I think the Dodgers, after experiencing 5 lead changes last night, they're good with that. They're good with those lead changes for a while. Trying to keep this 3-run edge at worst. They pad it. Ball 1 to Miguel Rojas.
The home runs are one thing to make you feel good, but the first thing that made you feel good about this game was Clayton Kershaw striking out the side after the 3-base error. That really set the tone.
Definitely. I think after a little fly ball to right and Hayward couldn't handle it and it was on third base, I think a lot of folks in the stands head in hands.
Right.
Here we go again. But
they're 7-8. They lost yesterday. They've lost 7 out of 10. And it's like, oh boy. But Clayton restored the order, and then J.D. Martinez put him on top.
Yeah, that was a late inning roar for Kershaw in the first, striking out the next 3.
It was awesome to watch the fans start to give him an ovation as it got closer and closer. After the first strikeout, yeah, a nice round of applause. Second strikeout, whoa, we might get out of this. Third strikeout, they were on their feet.
After the 4-pitch walk for Rojas, Austin Barnes. Austin wins. At the start last night, first hit as a Dodger. You see Barnes back in, catching Kershaw. And it's another day. People may be wondering, what's the latest with Will Smith? Good work by Nito to keep that in front of him. And the good news is that Will Smith is progressing, trying to work his way back from concussion. He is eligible to return from the concussion IL on Thursday, but Roberts indicating, hey, don't hold your breath for that day. He will go on the road trip. He will travel, but it's still TBD when he'll make his return. Has to catch some stuff, get his heartbeat going, his heart rate up.
Well, you don't want to rush anybody at any injury, but you especially don't want to rush somebody who's on a concussion protocol.
Let's take strike 1, count level. And that's exactly what Will Smith said when he met the media. There's certain things, a lot of things that you can play through, but concussions, head injuries, that's not one you're rolling the dice on, and everyone can understand that. McGill gets a strike 2 call.
So then the mantle gets passed to this man. And Austin got his 1 hit, but he'd like to contribute a lot more than that.
1-2. Pulled foul.
Is that In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida? I don't know what the name of that thing is. I think it.
Just text Dieter.
Text Dieter. I'll get on that.
Help us decode. McGill checking back on Rojas. Not in time. McGill has an older brother, Trevor, who's in pro ball, currently in the Twins organization. Both McGill's debuted in the 2021 campaign. There's the 1-2. Barnes puts it in the air to right field. And there's Marte. 2 down. Something Kirsten Watson talked about pregame, the roster moves made by the Dodgers today, with Mookie Betts landing on the paternity list. Luke Williams was called up from Oklahoma City. He has 1151 OPS in AAA. And to make room for Williams on the 40-man, Daniel Hudson moved to the 60-day IL. Here for the starting lineup, James Outman will slide into the leadoff spot in place of Mookie. This one drifting toward the seats, and it's the netting.
Every challenge that James has had put in front of him, from spring training to jumping over a whole bunch of ships to make the roster, then to come up here and to continue to go and be the pretty much everyday center fielder. No, you know, 9th start in center, most time in center field of anybody. Hitting well, on base percentage great. Comes off the bench, gets a double last night as a pinch hitter. I don't think this leadoff spot's really going to phase him.
And given the splits for McGill, righties and lefties fare well. Roberts and the staff wanted to squeeze as many ABs out of Outman as they could tonight, especially given the strong start to the season. Count 1-1 against him.
Ottavino closed last night, a right-handed pitcher, of course. So David Robertson is the other closer, the closer that has more saves than Ottavino. He's right-handed, so you've got one of your better left-handed bats leading off, even if the closer ends up in the game.
And 8th in the National League, both in slugging percentage and OPS. And you see Rojas on first base doing a little bit of shuffling, and I think that some people have been wondering, when did the Dodgers maybe not even run more, but threaten to run more. McGill, a broken bat from Outman as the ball's into center, sinking in front of Pham. Going first to third is Rojas. A 2-out base hit for Outman.
That's the second bat he has broken off the end. He uses a cupped bat. The first time it was just a foul ball off the end of the cup. This one's off the end of the barrel, and he loses it all the way down to the handle. Of course, 2 out. Miguel Rojas off at the crack of the bat. There were 2 cracks there, but he was off at the first one and easily makes it to third.
Now Freddie Freeman, 1 for 2, laced a base hit his first time up, flew out in the third. And they continue a theme for the Dodgers. That's 2-out success, 44 runs with 2 away, most in the National League.
2-out success. Freddie Freeman outstanding with runners in scoring position. And last year he said, in these situations, I don't try to do too much. That whole left side over there, he will try and shoot the ball through there.
A ton of success in his career against this organization, too. Takes ball 1. after last night's performance with a pair of bombs. 30 home runs against the Mets lifetime, the most against any opponent for Freddie. The 1-1. That's outside. 223 hits and 118 driven in against Mets pitching.
As far as the first half of the game, you can put a stake through the Mets' heart. You get a base hit here with 2 outs, and especially Freddie's the one getting the knock, and then the guy coming to the plate has had 2 home runs, so these fans will really be into it. There'll be a vibe in here, and the 10th man will be alive.
Rojas on third, Outman on first. 2-2 pitch coming to Freddie Freeman. Gives it a ride to center, but hit too well on a line to Tommy Pham. So it'll stay a 3-0 game as we wrap 4th at Dodger Stadium. Coverage all about Clayton Kershaw tonight for a number of reasons, as the Dodgers lead 3-0 at the beginning of the 5th, and throws a first pitch strike again to Jeff McNeil. Clayton Kershaw with a chance for his 200th win today. And just like at the end of the 4th, he starts the 5th by fielding his position well.
Well, early on, he went for the swing and miss because he needed to get some strikeouts with that man on third and no outs on the 3-base error. But since then, there hasn't been a lot of swings and misses because he's attacking the strike zone. The Mets have been aggressive, and he's getting a lot of weak contact.
Working now against Tommy Pham. Ball 1. You know, through 4 innings, 52 pitches for Kershaw, 43 for strikes. 82.7% strike percentage. Now 1-1 is Pham with a wicked rip and a miss. Now his career high is 80.7 strikes. It was back in 2018 on the road in Seattle. Barnes tried to frame up a strike there, did not get the call. 2-1. But again, the percentage that he's focused on is the win percentage for the team. They're trying to get back to 500. Now 2-2 on Pham.
Don't bring individual accomplishments to Clayton if the team ends up with a loss. You can talk about him slightly when they win, but he will deflect it. It'll be interesting. Get a W today and we'll see how he handles the media.
Muncy backhands the ground ball from Pham and throws him out for out number 2.
He is so about the team. It is about the team. One tune, one band.
I will say, though, from an individual standpoint, if he does win today, he would have the highest win percentage of any pitcher in the 200 win club at .694.
Passing Whitey Ford.
Here's Eduardo Escobar.
As he joins that club.
Yes. Again, you've already said tonight, no broadcast jinx, so you're good.
Go. But of course.
1-1 now on Escobar, who is a beloved teammate. He has been wherever he's gone. And he's really fighting it right now. His OPS just above 400 coming in today, way in front of that. 1-2. And so they call up one of their top prospects, Brett Beatty, who plays third base. And Escobar was asked about it, and he said he deserves everything he's getting right now. He deserves to come up here and play and do what he does because he's that good of a player. He's the future of this team. Escobar always putting the team first. The struggles continue as Kershaw gets his 5th strikeout of the night. Leading off the bottom of the frame, JD Martinez sitting on 2 home runs. You won't do it a third time. You won't. Dodgers baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by AT&T. Get hyper-fast internet with AT&T Fiber. And by your Southern California Toyota dealers. First pitch of the inning, ground ball for JD Martinez. It eats up Escobar. It's not a home run, but it's a knock, and it will do. He's now 3 for 3.
This is a bullet, and we said he has been hitting the ball very hard. Tonight, he's hitting it over the fence. They can't catch those, and this one, with 1 hop off the ground, they can't catch that one either.
Beatty getting the night off, the rookie. It's a veteran left-hander, Clayton Kershaw. And Max Muncy. 2 times up, 2 walks. He's had 2-0.
You know, when you describe Vin Scully, the Hall of Fame announcer, and you say, you know, it just isn't enough. Yeah. When you call Clayton Kershaw a veteran starter,
I was thinking the same thing.
It's just not enough.
It's just not nearly. I was like, gosh,
not even close.
That sounds so bad.
But what I was going to say is, you know, we are so used to Clayton winning a Cy Young, winning an MVP, being in the top 3 in the MVP voting when he doesn't win it, that even though he is still every year as one of the top 10 starters in the big leagues, it feels like he's dropped a little farther than we think, but he's raised the bar so high for himself.
Muncy through the right side, a base hit into right field. First 2 aboard for the Dodgers in the 5th.
So that veteran left-handed starter is doing just fine.
Yes, he is. Him and his 3 sides, his World Series, his National League MVP, his Triple Crown, his 5 ERA titles.
Yeah, he's doing just fine, and he's continuing to be one of the top 10 starters in the big leagues.
First and second, nobody out. Here's Jason Hayward. Singled in the 3rd. I still can't believe Cody took that home run away from him on Jackie Robinson. Jason goes after the first pitch, high in the air to center field. And has it. JD thinks about tagging, but he won't. Ray is up in the New York Met bullpen. It remains first and second for Miguel Vargas for his first hit of the night. You can still see that right thumb for Vargas, heavily wrapped. Protect it while working, getting his way back to 100%.
Not only is that thumb wrapped, but I think his confidence in letting his swing go is kind of wrapped inside of him also. I think he's working around that injury. You know, as we have heard from other players, what they haven't really told us about injuries or talking about how they affect their swing. Maybe it's a Max Muncy or a Chris Taylor or it's somebody. And I think that Miguel Vargas does not want to have any excuses and has none, but he does have an alternate swing, I think, going on while he protects that hand but is able to play.
And so we've seen the eye, we have seen the zone control, the plate discipline already from Vargas. I think him especially, more so than any of us watching, we're waiting to see that full swing and what he can do with it.
And we might not see it until that thumb protection is gone. you know.
Good count to work with here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Martinez and Muncy on base. That's down. Ball 4. The bases are loaded.
Whatever phrase you use, this is a place where the Dodgers want to step on them. And they've had some situations when the offense has been flat where they've had bases loaded, no out, bases loaded, 1 out, and have not capitalized. Well, here with a 3-0 lead and one of your aces on the mound, you want to capitalize right here.
Luke Williams in the on-deck circle in Miguel Rojas' spot. So Williams just up from AAA OKC. He get a chance here in the 5th. Peralta's task is to keep the line moving. He takes ball 1. 85 pitches now for Tylor Megill. By a swinging Peralta.
Those high fastballs, you see so much of the baseball. You know, when it's up there by your eyes, you see the whole ball, and it looks so juicy, but it is in a tougher place to hit.
The 1-1 inside.
Now the low pitches, you know, halfway to the plate, you start to see only about the top of the ball, and you're estimating a little bit more. The breaking ball, the same thing. It's kind of breaking down and away from you, down and in towards you. That high fastball looks so ripe.
It's 3-1. He keeps looking down on the mound as if the landing spot or something with his footing isn't quite right. Either way, he's lost the zone here. After walking Vargas behind Peralta. 3-1. Peralta lets it go, and this one tailing toward the line, and it's foul.
Megill had only given up 6 total hits in his last 2 starts. He'd only given up 2 runs in his last 2 starts, but here the Dodgers put a 3 spot on him and 7 hits so far. And of course, that's a yearly high.
You made the point earlier, every run he's given up this year via the long ball. Peralta on the 3-2, that one tailing down the left field line, and that will be in the seats. It was a 2-run home run to Nick Fortes against Miami, a 2-run home run to Juan Soto against San Diego, 2-run homer tonight from JD Martinez, and then a solo blast. He's trying to become the first Mets starting pitcher to win each of his first 4 starts in a year since 2015, and both Bartolo Colon and Matt Harvey did it, but he's behind 3-0, trying to keep it there. Peralta strikes out swinging. A big out for Megill.
That was interesting movement for 95 miles an hour. I mean, he really gets inside this ball, puts some serious sink on it. I haven't seen that kind of movement from him at all.
All right, Luke Williams.
Making his Dodgers stadium debut, number 37, Luke Williams.
Top lights all over it. Dodger Stadium debut for Williams. To Dana Hills High School in Dana Point, California. 225 your big league ABs. This year so far in AAA, 56 ABs, batting .375 with an 1151 OPS.
That was a highlight on top of what he did in spring training. So a lot of opportunities for these young guys with the WBC in spring training, and he really shined. Already got the loop.
That's pulled. 1-0 on Williams. How's this? All right. First game at Dodger Stadium. We're up with the bases loaded. (1-0). Frisbee's away. Strike one.
Youthful aggression right there, guessing heater, getting a breaking ball. Nothing wrong with that. You don't want to. You want to swing and miss at the big league level until 2 strikes. You don't want to hit it weakly.
The 1-1. It's outside. Williams, to be clear, has played at Dodger Stadium before, but as a visitor. It's a little different, though, when you're wearing Dodger blue. He knows that, as does every fan in the building. Ground ball, just foul.
Well, that was for the Phillies. But the fans have greeted him with some Luke.
And Dieter.
Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that one was on a tee for us. Thank you, Dieter.
Yeah.
Now Williams in that series for Philadelphia, that was in 2021, middle of June. 5 for 9, a couple of doubles. The 2-2, Williams puts it in the air to left center. Canna waves off Marte. Pham rather, and there's the third out. Still 3-0 Dodger lead. He's been terrific. He's given up just the 1 hit. He's got 5 strikeouts, so that means the Dodgers are 5 away, and everyone gets a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow at Jack in the Box in the LA area with the purchase of a large drink.
A lot of those strikeouts have come from the swings and misses. There's been 10 of the 41 swings, so 1 out of about every 4 pitches they are swinging and misses, and he just got number 11, but working towards 10 strikeouts and Jumbo Jacks.
Tomas Nido begin this inning for him. 9-1-2 for the Mets. 0-2.
Well, early on, he had him swinging and missing at the curveball to get out of that first inning. A timeout at the plate right here. Right, those last 2 pitches, 2 good sliders.
Couldn't get Nido. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
The bait was too small. Going to throw a little bit more bait into it, make it look more like a strike.
Ooh. Oh, Bubba, no.
Freshly squeezed.
All right. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was. Yeah. All right. And now Nido fouls away the 2-2. Shane Leibensparger behind the plate. Dan Bellino at first. Phil Cuzzy at second. Mark Ripperger at third. It's our umpiring crew. Nice pitch from Clayton Kershaw to strike out Nido.
A strike the whole way, even after it lands, but it is in the perfect location. Doesn't have to go all the way in the dirt. Got a foul tip on the slider before this. This time a miss.
And there is Luke Williams staying in the game at short. For more on Luke and his journey to this point, let's check in with Kirsten Watson downstairs.
Yes, Steven. So Dave told us the plan for Luke is that he is going to be playing at second, short, as well as some at third. But he actually spoke with the guys in the pregame show earlier today saying that, you know, shortstop is not his most, he hasn't played there as many times. But while he was with OKC this year, their shortstop got hurt, so he had to step in. So as of right now, he's feeling more comfortable and more confident at shortstop, guys.
Okay. So the Dodgers get a versatile piece. That slash to left field, but on a line hanging up for Peralta. 2 down in the 6th.
You saw Luke Williams kind of fiddling around with the side of his hat when Kirsten was talking about him. I think he is adjusting his volume on his pitch comm, as that is relayed to a couple people other than the pitcher and the catcher.
first pitch ball to Starling Marte. And a rarity tonight for Clayton Kershaw. 16 of 20 now. First pitch strikes. That's a ground ball. Muncy will scoop it up and throw it across. 1, 2, 3. The Mets go down in order in the 6th. Kershaw cruising. Baseball on Sportsnet LA is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Good times for waiting. And by BMW, the ultimate driving machine. See a Southern California BMW Center today for exceptional offers, or visit SoCalBMW.com. Denny Reyes will enter out of the Met bullpen for Tylor Megill. The Dodgers lead the Mets 3-0 in the bottom of the 6th. Twirls out of the zone. Ball 1 to Austin Barnes. Barnes at 0-48 on the season. 0 for 2 tonight. Back. 2 balls and a strike. Left side. Escobar will throw out Austin Barnes.
Come to Dodger Stadium for the Dustin May bobblehead night presented by Security Benefit. That's on Monday, May 1st. For tickets, visit Dodgers.com/promotions.
To the top of the LA order, and James Outman. It's a rip at strike 1. He's 1 for 3. A base hit, a couple of Ks.
2 bats down. Both broken. Dodgers getting ready to go on the road. So you're going on the road for 7 games. You're going to take at least a dozen bats per guy. And if they start to break a few in Chicago, they'll ship more to Pittsburgh.
I was going to say, or is there like a preemptive conversation with the team? Like, hey, if I start to lose some, can I? Or is that no?
No, you know, the player, he can decide, hey, you know, I'm down to 8 and I don't want to go any further with just 8, you know, so yeah, we need to get some more bats in. And so they'll either ship them from here where they have the storage down by the locker room, or they'll ship them from the bat company. And these are custom bats. They just can't, you know, all of a sudden just have them perfect.
Snap a finger and it's.
Yeah, no, there's probably each one of them probably with their bat company, depending on who they're with. I bet you each one of them has at least 3 to 4 dozen that are already made.
2-2 pitch to Outman, fouled straight back.
And you get a fresh dozen, a fresh box, and you'll go through them, and some will become, oh, this is a gamer for sure. Oh, it's a little off, but I can use it for BP. And this one's not even going to make it. And in the olden days, the ones that didn't even make the cut, those are the ones the pitchers got until you got your own contract. But you got to be a pretty good hitting pitcher to get a bat contract. So, yeah, the pitchers get the leftover bad wood. Back in the day when pitchers hit, if you can remember that far back.
I can, yeah. Outman down on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. There's Freddie Freeman. Mike Outman was 1 for 3 coming into the 6th inning. The Dodgers got 2 in the 1st thanks to a 2-run home run from J.D. Martinez, his 2nd as a Dodger, and then when he came back up in the 3rd, he felt like hitting his 3rd home run as a Dodger. The solo variety. So all the damage done in this one for either side. 7 hits for the Dodgers, just 1 so far for the Mets against Clayton Kershaw, who has been terrific. 1-1 from Reyes. But he takes the ball. And Reyes coming off scoreless outing in Oakland. 2 scoreless frames. And Freddie gives it a ride to left center field, but it's right on the track for Pham. He's going to make a fan's day for the souvenir. The Dodgers down 1-2-3 in the 6th. Still up 3-0. Score on Clayton Kershaw so far. He ain't done.
He is not. He's been very efficient, and especially beyond that first inning. It took him 20 pitches to get through the first and only 53 for the next 5. And boy, what a first inning it was to set the tone. And now up 3-0, looking for win number 200.
The only hit he's given up was an infield single hit. The man he's facing here to start the top of the 7th, Francisco Lindor. Came back in the 4th inning. Miguel Rojas made a diving stop with Lindor's speed. Couldn't get him. Rojas now out of the game. Luke Williams in. Grounded foul by Lindor. The count now 1-2. Fights away the 1-2 pitch. It's the first time this season we're seeing Clayton Kershaw work in a 7th inning, Warren.
But not a pitch count that is too high. He went 100 pitches in his last game. That was for a W.
Another foul ball for Lindor.
And you know, it's very important for him to go deep. The bullpen is trying to get on track. So over the last 9 games, the bullpen has an ERA of 6.23.
Suboptimal.
So Clayton, as a stopper tonight, get the team to 500, get himself the 200th win. And boy, everything that he thought he would like to do for this team, he is doing. He's into the 7th. His pitch count is completely under control. He's going deep to make it as short an outing as possible for the bullpen. The team's on top.
And not a noise being made in the Dodger bullpen right now.
Nope. All quiet on the Dodger front.
Another one to Lindor, who will not go away. Ball 3 down. Lindor been faced the franchise wherever he's been, Cleveland and now New York. Pressures of a 10-year, $341 million deal. Weighed heavy his first campaign with the Mets. Here's the 3-2 from Kershaw. Strike 3, swinging. Kershaw had enough of him, and he finally puts away the star shortstop with his 7th strikeout of the night.
Well, you know what? Dave Roberts and Mark Pryor think of the fact that Clayton Kershaw is still in there. Pitch count under control, pitched unbelievable in the first, and has pitched stellar ever since. It's not just about the bullpen. This is about the heart of the order. 3, 4, and 5 here.
Alonso fouls back the first pitch.
So if you had any doubt on how Clayton was throwing the ball, you saw any fatigue or weakness in the pitches, with the heart of the order here coming up, you'd be thinking we got to get him out. But no, this is ride the horse.
Horse against a polar bear. And Kershaw ahead 0-2. Nearly teammates for Team USA in the World Baseball Classic. Another strikeout for Kershaw.
And he just tied Mickey Lolich for 22nd all time. One more. Let's get into 22nd all by yourself. And it was a slider. And it was against a tremendous hitter.
Continues to fill the zone. Strike 1 to Canha. Quickly ready with the 0-1. He's down. Count level. And 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out to short and a ground out to Kershaw. Barnes calling time before the pitch clock wound down.
Well, every ball when Clayton pitches and every uniform top gets authenticated by Major League Baseball. You see the box of balls and the gentleman there kind of eating some sunflower seeds. The busiest nights are when Clayton pitches, when we're playing a team that could set some records. And of course tonight a busy night with Clayton Kershaw going for number 200 and the strikeout total.
First 3-ball count tonight for Kershaw. As he's fallen behind Canha here in the 7th. Gets back into it for a swinging second strike.
Up 3-0, but not giving in. A good slider that looked like a fastball down the middle ended up right down the middle. The Mets playing a little cat and mouse with their 1 timeout per at bat. We've seen quite a few of them call time once they get to 2 strikes. Number 22 trying to become number 22 all-time Major League strikeout leader with 1 more strike.
Canha trying to avoid becoming a part of that note in the history books. Pitch number 8 to Canha. Another 3-2. Another foul ball. Look out in the Dodger dugout. Pitch number 9.
Austin gets the ball. Clayton gets it back on the dirt. The clock starts. He's always been aggressive. Always wants to get after you.
The 10th pitch. Canha. Always a tough AB is Mark.
20 in the first, 53 after that for the next 5 innings. 22 so far this inning.
What a battle. This one goes up to 11. Another 3-2. Canha spoils it again.
There are foul balls and then there are foul tips. That one just grazed the bat.
Just the tip. We're going to Chicago next, right, Oral? Baker's dozen, Bob.
Wow.
Pitch number 13, Kershaw to Canha. Canha wins the battle. Fights one into right field for a 2-out knock. And gives some juice to the Met dugout.
A little jam shot. He gets in on him. He had thrown the slider, thrown the fastball away, got the curveball, but they got the foul off. And now just a little grenade out there to right field.
Suppose that's all you look at the smile back at Canha. Are you kidding me?
Yep.
It's the refocus. Pitch number 99 of his night against a really tough hitter in Jeff McNeil. The reigning batting champ makes it back-to-back base hits for the Mets. Canha cuts second base. standing up at third. They're at the corners now. There's Evan Phillips getting loose in the bullpen and out in left field. Tying run coming to the plate in Tommy Pham.
Be ready for the first pitch. They've been hacking all night, and especially Pham. He didn't get the strike, but he is aggressive.
Most labor Kershaw has had to do in an inning so far tonight.
73 to start the inning, now at 100.
He sets for the 1-0. Blocked in the dirt.
I wouldn't mind a visit right here from Austin Barnes, not to calm Clayton down, just to give him a blow. The hitter can call one timeout. Austin could give him one visit if he wants it.
Didn't happen, so we'll do a 2-0. There's strike one. A nervous energy in the crowd here at Dodger Stadium. Is it waiting to erupt? One strike away from striking out the side in the 7th. Bang, bang. A bloop. Another base hit. First and third now. Strike at the top of the zone. We're even 2-2. Count full.
At 2-0, they were sitting on their hands. Once it got to 2 strikes, they're on their feet.
Clayton Kershaw with his 9th of the night. To end his evening. With 9 strikeouts tonight, number 22, now 22nd on the all-time strikeout list.
I love the fact that the bench knows the hugs are for the possible win, but great outing, and I'm sure they know what a record-breaking strikeout looks like, feels like, and the intensity from Clayton was magnificent for him to put a cap on the moment.
That's one of those images fans here at Dodger Stadium, the fans at home watching will remember. As JD Martinez swings through a second strike, 1-2. That's thumbs up after a blown kiss to his family. That's the good stuff. JD Martinez 3 for 3 so far tonight. Dan Bruno says he did not go, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 home runs, a 2-run shot in the first, a solo homer in the third, and a base hit in the 5th.
Kershaw family. Ellen there in the center. A lot of times when Clayton comes out, you see him behind the dugout steps and in the tarp area there, waving to the family section, which is up in the loge area. But tonight they're in the front row to watch the record night for Dad.
Called strike 3. JD thought it was inside. Said a strikeout for Reyes. Yeah, a special night for a special veteran left-hander. It's Clayton Kershaw. Matt's reacting as that one got a piece of the bat.
I'll take the foul ball instead of the injury.
Yeah.
You know, it's the barrel of the bat, but it just misses his hands.
Max has been aboard 3 times. He would like to make it 4, but doesn't want to wear one to get there. The 1-1. It's outside and down. And you talk about Pete Alonso's power and his home run prowess, right? Prowess, the most homers in baseball since 2019. As Muncy lays off ball 3. Max Muncy is 10th on that list since 2019 with 111, 2 behind Mike Trout. Rips the 3-1, but it's pulled foul.
And I think a lot of guys on that list have had some injuries and had some struggles at times, but Max has been well documented. So for him to be on that list at that number, it's quite an accomplishment. And then to have him swinging the way those numbers were made, this is really good sign for the Dodgers. And we're talking about a guy that, 35 home runs was a norm, and it looks like he's on that pace or better right now. Keep this hack moving in the right direction.
Waits the 3-2 from Reyes. That's ball 4. 3rd walk tonight for Muncy. 4th time aboard. And because you know that is in there, and it's on the back of his baseball card, I think that impacts the patience level with Muncy. Like, all right, when's he going to get back to that? I mean, you have to remember the serious injury he's working back from. And yes, at the start of this year, gosh, he's still struggling. But since that series in San Francisco, going back to the step back, getting his confidence and his mind right, you hope.
Well, I think he's finally into the season. We're through the bumpy road. We're through the, oh my gosh, am I really going to stay like this? And then to have that great series in San Francisco, but it is continuing now. And there's no remnants right now of looking back and going, oh, he's still battling through things. Oh, he's still fidgeting. Oh, he's still looking for a key. He's getting results, but it just doesn't look like he's locked in. No, I think he's locked in.
Jason Hayward, that's foul. Oh, that was about as close as you could get on first glance.
Well, I've commented throughout the night with J.D. Martinez, even though the statistics don't show it, he's one of the hardest hitting hitters, but has not been getting much results. Well, Jason Hayward is right there with him as far as hard hit percentage. Right near the top of the list, if not near the top.
Two-1, that's outside. Ito has to shoot out to keep it in front. 3 balls and a strike. Yeah, Hayward, a veteran of now 14 years this is in 2023 for him, but he's almost like a new player with the swing changes that he and the Dodgers have made over the offseason to get him ready for this point. Balls back, strike 2, and we're full.
His path to the ball with the bat is so much more of a straight line, not really rotating around the top of his body in and out of the strike zone. You see the hands from the center field camera, and they don't really disappear. And they just take a path right towards the ball.
Ball 4, back-to-back 3 passes issued by Reyes. Showalter will make a pitching change with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Dodgers up 3-0, looking for more. It's been a fun night for the Kershaws. Somebody tell them there's a bat in the cave. Dodgers finish finish in Game 2 of the series with the Mets tonight. We'll wrap up the series tomorrow with a day game here in LA as it's getaway day before a road trip takes the Dodgers to Chicago for 4, then Pittsburgh for 3. Tomorrow it's Max Scherzer back at Dodger Stadium. The former Dodger opposite a former Met in Noah Syndergaard.
A battle. Noah Syndergaard wanted to have a little better location. Max Scherzer wanted to get to be a little better this year. But resumes both of them have.
Jeff Brigham called upon by Buck Showalter. First and second, 1 out in the 7th. The Dodgers up by 3. There's a strike to Miguel Vargas. Brigham in his first year with the Mets after 4 campaigns with the Miami Marlins. It's 0-2 now on Vargas, who walked for the 14th time in his last plate appearance, and for 3rd base on ball categories in the National League. Just a battle now. 0-2. He's down on 3 pitches.
Well, Brigham on the mound, you're going to see a lot of those sweepers, and that's what he throws. Sometimes he'll keep it down, sometimes he'll leave it up, kind of make it look like the up fastball and then sweep it away from you. Almost 60% of those last year as far as his usage.
I'll be up to David Peralta, go for 3. First and second still for the Dodgers after the back-to-back walks for Muncy and Hayward. Dodgers have walked 6 times tonight. So now they're within 2 of the Mets for the Major League lead. Foul ball. It's 0-2. Peralta's former club, the Diamondbacks, won again 8-7 in St. Louis. And another series that interests both of these teams, the Dodgers and the Mets, that's happening. Atlanta and San Diego at Petco Park. Atlanta won 8-1 tonight. The Padres' early season woes continue.
If you had the Diamondbacks leading the National League West on April 18th, you have won a lot of money.
Another 0-2. Just off the plate. Brigham and Nito thought that was a strike 3 to end the 7th.
28 Ks last year. 21 of the 28 were with that sweeper. He tried to dot the corner. Even with that facial expression, you don't get the call.
Peralta swings and misses. A strikeout. We'll bring it into the 7th inning. Dodgers coming up empty. Runners in scoring position, but still up by 3. Any night at Dodger Stadium, there was a lot. Clayton Kershaw with a chance for his 200th Major League win, honoring and celebrating the legend that is the late great Vin Scully. And up to this point, Oral, things have gone to the script for the Dodgers.
They really have. From the error in the first inning and Clayton striking out the side, really got the crowd in there, and Clayton kind of teasing everybody like this is going to be a good night, and he followed through on the tease. Very efficient. Got him in there with a little over 100 pitches, got the shutout intact, and now hands it over to the bullpen, but only leaves them 6 outs to record to help Clayton get his 200th win.
Evan Phillips, excuse me, out of the bullpen after Kershaw's 7 shutout frames. Gave up 3 hits, didn't walk anybody, struck out 9. Daniel Vogelbach pinch hitting off the bench. He delivers a base hit.
Little jam shot. Clayton saw this. And this one is just kind of hit out there with a Sporting News. If anybody knows what a Sporting News is anymore, it's actually like a newspaper. You roll it up and it doesn't send the ball very far.
So after the pinch hit single, a pinch runner, Francisco Alvarez, top prospect for the Mets, catcher, and then another top prospect will come off the bench for Buck Showalter. Here's Brett Beatty, one of the left-handers out of the game. 2 of the 3 left-handed bats already off the bench. Beatty, a top 20 prospect according to MLBpipeline.com. Get up! Miguel at second. They double him off at first.
You know, when you grow up playing baseball in Little League, they tell you think about what you're going to do with the ball before it's hit to you. That's what Miguel Vargas knew in the back of his mind. It almost looks like he's going to start taking that ball out of his glove before he hits the ground. You watch the glove go towards his throwing hand, the lower waist right there, and then the ball's out and it's gone. And so are 2 Mets.
Just like that. Bases clear. 2 down in the 8th. Ground ball left side. And so just your typical 1-2-3 inning for Evan Phillips, keeping the Mets off the scoreboard in the 8th. Hang out with John, Jay Hare, and Nomar. Access Sportsnet Dodgers. Yeah, get it, Jay. Get. Oh, was he a little Kershaw? A little Kershaw.
Jerry is so scared of the camera.
Hey, I mean, it's just there. You just got to act normal. Like he normally would. Pretend it's not.
That's his normal.
Once he comes out of it. Always fun with the fellas. Hopefully even more so when the Dodgers close this one out. First pitch grounded by Luke Williams to Alonso, who would do it himself. John Curtis, new pitcher for the Mets. So we have some defensive changes as well after the substitutions we saw on the top of the frame. Francisco Alvarez now behind the plate and Brett Beatty at third base. Evan Phillips had the 8th. Appears Brusdar Graterol will have the 9th. One ball, 1 strike on Barnes.
Austin with a magnificent job behind the plate. He has caught the large majority of Clayton's starts since A.J. Ellis has been gone. Quite a relationship between he and Clayton. Will Smith does a fine job when he's back there for Clayton, but these two are very tight.
Barnes beloved in the clubhouse. 2-2 is down. We're full. Everybody pulling for him. Being leaned on right now. The backstop position with Will Smith continuing to work on getting healthy. It's going to require some new lumber.
Yep, that would be, we would yell lamp in the bullpen in my day because Mark Cressy, our bullpen coach, would take the broken bats and cut them off at a certain level right there by the label, and you could have an Austin Barnes lamp, and he would drill the hole down through and put the wiring in it, do a baseball shaped shade if you wanted.
It's ball 4. Do you have any such lamps?
I have a lamp. I actually gave Mark a brand new bat, and I didn't wait to break one just in case it broke in the wrong place. I said, Mark, can I have a lamp? You know, there's so many parts of your big league life that you just absolutely remember. And, you know, your first baseball card, your first bat with your actual autograph on it, you know, first team picture. So, yeah. And Mark, I know you're listening because you still watch us all the time out there in the beach area. So I've got your lamp. It's right there with the baseball card.
And he loves it.
I do.
Oh, Barnes going for second base. And he's got it.
Buck wants to look. Austin just going on first move, saying, you know what, we're up 3-0. I got wheels. Take the risk.
All right, third stolen base of the year. Oh, yeah.
The fingertips might have fell off, but the toes stayed on.
James Outman with a rocket base hit into center field. Stop sign held up by Dino Ebel, so first and third for the Dodgers. Barnes had to hold up just in case Lindor, who's an outstanding shortstop, made that play.
Yep, retreat a few steps, then it gets to center field, advance 90 feet, and get held up by Dino Ebel. That's outstanding base running with the stolen base to get the second, and it's solid base running to get the third.
All three of the Dodgers' stolen bases are on the base paths right now. Outman has 2. Barnes has picked up his first in scoring position with 1 out for Freddie Freeman. Freddie offers at the first pitch. Fly ball, left field. Barnes tagging. He will go. Canna's throw. Off the mark. Insurance for LA in the 8th.
A good call here by Dino Ebel. They scout the arms of all the outfielders. The advanced scouts do, the video scouts do, Dino does. And with all that information, they are leaving third base, putting the pressure on that arm, and they got it right.
And tip of the cap to Austin Barnes, right? This season has obviously been a struggle for him so far at the plate, but he works a 1-out walk, steals second base, and then scores. 4th run of the game for the Dodgers. Some breathing room. And Dino Ebel is one of those guys you trust with your life.
You sure do. I mean, one of the most fantastic days in television is when he's wired up and talking from this third base coaching box with the microphone and the earpiece and spring training, and he'll do it all day long for you. He was a fantastic baseball mind.
Two strikes now on JD Martinez, who is 3 for 4. 2 home runs, a base hit, and a strikeout. This was in the first inning, Oral.
A breaking ball that he got to because he fouled off 3 fastballs in a 3-2 count, got to the slider and crushed it. And then the next at bat, he probably was looking away. That's where they were living with him. And he's probably looking heater because he hit the slider for a homer. He got both and planted it.
Another 1-2 from Curtis. It's in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. He has 3 career 3-homer games. Now, one of those 3 came here at Dodger Stadium Well, he's with the Arizona Diamondbacks in September of 2017. It's perhaps the best month of his life. September 4th, he hit 4 home runs here in LA. Takes the 2-2 to right center field. That gets down. That scores another. JD hustling into second base. He will be out, but the run did score. So it'll be 5-0 Dodgers as the game shifts to the 9th. Brought to you by your Southern California Volkswagen dealer.
Clayton with a breaking ball, a reaction for that accomplishment. That is good. And kisses to the family in the front row to watch Daddy set a record and move to number 22 all-time on the Major League all-time strikeout list.
Now Brusdar Graterol will have the ball for this 9th inning. Facing 2, 3, and 4 in the Met order. Thanks to a crooked number for the Dodgers in the bottom of the 8th, though, a 5-run cushion.
It would have been a possible save for him at 3-0 when he was warming up, but by the time he came in the game, the Dodgers stretched the lead. A little bit more comfortable right now. 4 saves last year in 2022 for Brusdar.
So now that Kershaw is 22nd alone on the strikeout list, who's next, as Goldberg once said? Number 21, Jim Bunning.
And how many strikeouts is he away?
22.
Baseball is poetic sometimes.
Marte waves at strike 2 from Graterol. It never ceases to amaze you how poetic it is, right?
No.
This night for LA, Kershaw will say, was about getting back on track. Lost 7 of 10 entering play on Tuesday. Below 500, 17 games into the year. It's unheard of these days in Los Angeles. Still early, but the expectations are just different for everybody. So you hand the ball to your ace. Kershaw day, win day, get back on track. It's going according to plan. Graterol punches the ticket of Marte to begin the 9th. Guess what, Oral?
It's Jumbo Jack time.
Let's go.
That is 10 strikeouts. You go to any local Jack in the Box store in the LA area, buy a large drink, and you will get a free Jumbo Jack.
Welcome Joe Davis back to the booth tomorrow with some free Jumbo Jacks. Went inside to Lindor. Last year Met records, home runs and ribbies by shortstop. Terrific year. And I mentioned how the weight, that big contract weighed on him initially. That's behind him now. Lindor, Buck Showalter told me he beat him to the punch in Showalter's first spring training as Met manager. Buck was going to tell him, hey, let's, this, that, and the other. And Lindor said he took all the words out of his mouth. There's another souvenir from Lindor. So he was trying to be everything to everybody in the Mets organization. Try to be the team leader, try to be the team spokesperson, a defensive specialist, an analyst, a star hitter. I'm going to stop all that. Stop worrying about the peripheral. He strikes out swinging here against Graterol. Back to back. 2 down in the 9th.
Love to see the depth on this breaking ball. They came to the Dodgers with a glorious arm, and they have worked with him. He has put in tons of work, and now he is turning into a pitcher with multiple tools.
Pete Alonso on the first pitch from Graterol, skied into the air. Hayward calls everybody off. The Dodgers have their first shutout of the season, and Kershaw has win 200.
It's a night to remember. The Dodgers get to 500, but more importantly, Clayton Kershaw becomes the all-time strikeout list at number 22, all by himself. And those 200 wins are pretty special.
Kershaw joins Don Sutton and Don Drysdale, the only pitchers with 200 W's in a Dodger uniform, the fourth active pitcher to reach 2 bills. Joining a couple current Mets, Justin Verlander, Max Scherzer, and a couple former Dodgers, Scherzer and Zach Greinke. So the Dodgers back to 500 to this 5-0 win. For Oral, for Kirsten and our crew, I'm Steven Elson, filling in for Joe. Thanks for watching tonight. Let's get a series win tomorrow in the afternoon at Dodger Stadium.